warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, so today we would like to discuss about something, namely is reading comprehension. So we still gonna explain the same thing, namely is narrative text. Did anybody still remember what is narrative text?
No.
Okay, so basically narrative text is a text that was made to entertain people. So usually in this text, it contains a story, okay? But before that, let's read the narrative text example. I would like to choose one of you, okay? Wilda Metalia, can you please read the story?
Yes, sure. There once was a fisherman who lived with his wife a small hut close by the seaside. The fisherman used to go fishing every day. One day, as he sat in his load with his rod, looking at the sparkling waves and watching his line.
Okay, I think that's it first. So, I would like to correct your reading skills, or should I say your pronunciation. So, in this text, maybe you did some mistakes there. So, instead of saying small hood, the correct one is small hut. And also, you also read load. If you read it again, it is not load but it is boat. So, he sat in his boat with his rod. So basically, he is fishing using rod. If you don't know rod is very long and we usually use it for fishing. The long thing that we use to fish is rod.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and anybody understand what the story is about?
No.
So it's about a fisherman. The story is about fisherman. If you read it again, the fisherman will meet an enchanted fish. If you don't understand what is enchanted, enchanted is like magical fish. Okay? So continuing our discussion about narrative text. So in narrative text we have generic structures. So in narrative text, I already explained what is narrative text. So now it's about the generic structure. The generic structure, the first is orientation. So basically in orientation, the author, the narrator, usually will introduce some characters. So as Wilda already read just now, can you mention one of character in that you know from the text?
I don't know, fisherman maybe.
Yes, that is correct. One of the character is fisherman. In the first paragraph, orientation, the fisherman is introduced to us. So we as reader will know who will be in the story. And the second is complication. So complication is when the main character get the problem. Okay? When there is a story, usually there is a problem. So the problem is in complication part. And the second is resolution. Resolution is where the problem is solved by the character. And the last one is coda, or we can say closing. So this is an optional structures. We can use it. We can also not using it. Okay, and the next is the language features of narrative text itself. So basically in narrative text, of course we need a character, specific character. That is one of the language features. And the second is we use verb, action verb. So like fishing, just now we can see fishing, meeting with enchanted fish. Basically there are many verb action verb in narrative text. And it's also used direct and indirect speech. We can find direct and indirect speech in narrative text. And the story is typically told using past tense. So in narrative text, usually the story is happened in the past, but narrative text is not really happened, but the author make it like it happened in the past, just for entertainment. And the next is sometimes there is a dialogue between fishermen with others character. We need a dialogue so we understand more the story is going somewhere else. And the language used is descriptive to help the reader and the listener understand about the story and imagine the story. And the last language features is temporal conjunction to know the story from the beginning and the last. We need to do it one by one, and we use temporal conjunction in it. Okay, because I already explained to you all what is narrative text, what the language features, and also the generic structure. So now I would like to ask you, what do you think about this narrative text example? What kind of narrative text do you think it is? Yes, Cindy?
I think folklore, sir.
That's really good answer. So this story is basically a folklore story, one of the kind of narrative text. So folklore is like a myth, stories, beliefs that and custom that is believed by some community, and it basically passed from generation to generation. In Indonesia, we have Malin Kundang, we have the story of Banyuwangi, the story of Surabaya. It is all not happened, and it is all, of course, it's fake. It's a fake story. There is no way. For example, in here, there is no way a fish can talk in real life, but this is a myth and a story that already passed from generation to generation until now. So that's it. It is a folklore that's made to entertain people using a myth, beliefs. Sometimes it could be also a song. So do you guys understand all of it now?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so you can open the next PPT, the next slide, and then we have an assignment for you all to do in your home. Are you guys willing to do it?
Yes. No.
Okay. No, I hope you can do it all. So this is very important for you guys. Okay, I hope you will do your assignments, and maybe this is all from me, and we can continue our learning in the next week. And let's close our meeting today by reading Hamdalah together.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.